Attack on Titan is a modern masterpiece. Few will debate that. The way that it portrays nearly its entire cast within this gray area of morality allows us, the viewer, to observe who they really are from a distance. We can learn a lot about and from these characters without the same emotional connection that you'd get from a generic shonen. And although I'm aware it has its pros and cons, I appreciate how it lets us get a deeper look at the cast. This isn't to say that emotional connection with characters is a bad thing by any means. I just mean that when you can look at these characters in a more objective sense because of them being so morally unclear, they're easier and more enjoyable to analyze. Although some people may disagree, I feel that there are very few true villains in Attack on Titan. One character that is commonly brought up as a result of this talking point, though, is Annie Leonhart, and that is what I'll be speaking on in today's video. How Annie, despite her flaws, at the end of the day, is a victim. Annie's massacre in the forest is commonly brought up as a way to further the agenda that she's a heartless monster and is evil. But I don't exactly agree with that. She's just a girl like everyone else in the story, except she's been manipulated since she was a child. Manipulation, as defined by the APA Dictionary of Psychology, is, quote, behavior designed to exploit, control, or otherwise influence others to one's advantage. This is exactly what the government of Marley does to Annie and the 6 other children. A famous example of manipulation that led to the destruction of a country and the deaths of millions is the propaganda used by Nazi Germany to frame Hitler as a charismatic leader who could do no wrong. All the negatives of his rule were shied away from. Evil acts were excused because people got used to them. People didn't realize they were being controlled because it happened incrementally. In psychology, this is called a gradual shift. They started with soft disdain, then people were being denied employment. Before you knew it, they were being executed without a batting of an eye from the German people. The same technique, albeit with some slight alteration, is how the Marleyans manipulated the recipients of the 7 Titans and justified their hatred toward the Eldians. The Marleyans spread lies about the Eldians rooted in their own suffering from the past, referring to them as monsters and other such names as a way to dehumanize them. They are practically engaging in dementalization. In psychology, the term dementalization means to deny or not believe that another group has the capacity for emotion or thought. When they refer to them as monsters in need of eradication, that's the exact kind of discrimination they're engaging in. In their own minds, they don't see any problem with thoughtlessly killing so many people because they aren't a part of their group. The original intention for the hatred has long passed, or at least the logical justification of it. How this ties into Annie, though, is with how she was raised up, that being with the same beliefs of all the other Marleyan people. The Eldians were dangerous and needed to be gone. She was fed lies about a group from the moment she could understand speech. If all she was given is lies, what else would she have to go off of? When she first meets the scouts, the only thing that burns within her is the desire to make her country proud and accomplish her task. This is somewhat similar to Stockholm Syndrome in a sense, where you grow attached to a person who is kidnapped. Even though from an outside perspective looking in, it may not make a lot of sense to attack and slaughter a society who hasn't harmed you in thousands of years, Annie has garnered a serious sense of attachment to her homeland. Because over time she's grown attached to Marley, she will hurt others to protect it and its interests. This is no justification for everything she did wrong, it's simply an explanation to how she was manipulated and had no other way to go, at least from her perspective. When she killed the Levi squad, she was overrun with anger. These people that she fought beside were about to kill her, so she had to fight back with all the anger she had. When you enter a stage of rage, the hormones adrenaline and noradrenaline start coursing through your body. This is what gives you an instant boost of energy, distracting you from logical thinking. It's sort of a primal response. This anger gives you the same biological feeling as if your life was in imminent danger. Annie is no saint. She has done evil, as have many characters in Attack on Titan. But she's not as purely evil as some make her out to be. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.